9/11 number 2. A second false terrorist attack at Hoover Dam is planned. This is foretold in a perfume commercial. Sounds crazy, I get it, but just listen. First, 9/11. I will go through this as quickly as possible because many people already know all this stuff, but for the people who don't know. What really happened? I mean, it was all set up, and this Danish professor, he said we found nanothermite in the rubble. It was on Danish television. It will never be on American television as long as you are controlled by the Zionists, of course. And he explains molten metal because of the nanothermite. Well, there were 2 planes and 3 skyscrapers collapsed. He explains a lot of this nanothermite, 10 tons, maybe 100 tons. You're sure? I'm absolutely sure. Now we know how the buildings collapsed. Now we know. But who did it? Well, Israel did it. Crystal clear. 3 Mossad agents. They were arrested on 9/11 because they started filming the Twin Towers before the first plane hit. And when the first plane hit the towers, they started cheering. They started filming them with professional equipment, not with just a handycam. And they came on Israeli television, and one of them misspoke, and he said, "We were only there to film the event." This is crystal clear evidence of foreknowledge, of course. So 9/11, it was nanothermite, a confession of foreknowledge on Israeli TV. So we know how it happened and who did it. But it doesn't mean that the Jews are all bad or the Israelis are all bad. That's not true, of course. But the top of Israel are the Hasidic rabbis, and they are the ones that think this all out or do it for some other force, and make it all happen. And in the Bible, I mean, it's not about the religion. There are also many facts hidden in the Bible. It says, "Beware of the false Jews, for they worship Satan." And these are the ones worshipping Satan. And whether you believe in Satan or I believe in Satan is not relevant. They do, and they have power. They control Bush and all the other presidents. They did what they wanted them to do. And Obama too, of course, but also Trump. Don't have any illusions about Trump. They are in power. And they work with the Kabbalah. It says, "Take over the world, the life force of people is in the blood, and if you share your evil plans with others, even when they don't understand it, your karma is lifted. If you don't know about it, put it on pause and calmly read it." Take over the world. That's a new world order, of course. And they did it in Russia before. They murdered a lot of people, between 50 and 100 million Jews. They admitted they did it. In the American Hebrew, September 10, 1920. And they said we have to do it again to create a new order in the world. That's the new world order. It shall become a reality all over the world. And now we are at that point. Putin confirmed this in a speech before the Hasidic rabbis.
Этой библиотеки было принято советским правительством, первым советским правительством, и членами его являлись примерно 80-85%.
So he says it too. Like the first communist government were 80-85% Jews. I mean, fact. I found out that I'm partly Jewish in this whole process of understanding what's going on in the world. So I have no reason to badmouth the Jews, but I'm just telling the truth. Many Jews were involved, and you had the death camps, and of course now alarm bells have to ring in your head because we have the FEMA camps now. He said, look at the list of names of Gulag supervisors and see that they were all Jews. This is a Russian general, and not a fake Russian, like a Jew pretending to be Russian, but a real Russian. And he says that they were all Jews. I mean, and Putin says that the government was taken over by Jews after the Russian Revolution. Well, they murdered 50 to 100 million Russians. And they starved them to death in cities and whole regions. They cut off the food supply. So all these people died, of course. It's incredible. This is the real Holocaust. They turn everything around. That's so horrible. And you believe everything. You don't study anything, you just believe. I mean, how stupid can you be? If you're that stupid, it will happen to you. This was all in the streets, but they also had the death camps, where people were just brought in and shot through the head. They had a saying then, one man, one bullet. It's incredible. They also starved people to death in the camps because it's so effective. It's incredible. And you have to know all these things. Why do I show this? Because I know it's horrible. Of course, I have to explain why I do that. Because if I don't do this, you think this is some interesting video. That's why I show you this. So it's very important that it's not just interesting. They want to repeat what you just saw for you. That's the New World Order. Well, in the Kabbalah it says take over the world, and it says life force of people is in their blood, and that's why they drink blood, especially of babies, or at least that's what we can see, what we know. So if take over the world is real, well, we can assume it's real, and the blood drinking is real, it's also real, then we can assume that telling us their plans to unburden their karma, even when we don't understand it, so in a half-hidden way, we can assume that it's also true, of course. And that's why Leonard Cohen made this song before 9/11. Like, he made this song, first we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin. And he made a farewell sign to the Twin Towers. And he even admitted in an interview, it's a terrorist song. So there can really be no doubt. The Tramps with Disco Inferno was also about the Twin Towers. It takes too long to explain it all. But it was really about the Twin Towers. And now in hindsight, of course everybody understands 9/11, the Twin Towers, that this is about 9/11. This Simpsons episode before 9/11 happened. But it's not just 9/11. Hoover Dam has to go. It's the second big false terrorist attack. And then the Hoover power plant will be destroyed. Because when 9/11 happened, a male and a female tower were connected. They had intercourse and they made a baby. And here, when this breaks, these are the ovaries, the baby is born. And this symbolizes the maturity of the New World Order. Because only a mature woman has these sort of boobs. That's why they made this shape. Yeah, it's incredible. And 9/11 is in The Simpsons, but so is Hoover Dam, and so is the Hoover power plant. So they do this to unburden their karma. They explain their plans in advance. And maybe somebody will go like, this looks like a regular power plant. Well, you're actually right, but if we zoom in, we see that they hit the Hoover power plant there. So it actually is the Hoover power plant. So the Twin Towers, Hoover Dam, Hoover power plant, very hidden, are all in The Simpsons. And it's all shown how, well, not here, but here, how they will be destroyed. To unburden their karma. To unburden their karma, they also put messages in commercials. And we're going to take a look at the video of an X commercial. Let's take a look at this X video. This X, this brand of deodorant, shampoos and all this stuff. They made a deodorant called X Black. Less is more. And of course they mean less people is better. There are less people. Most people will be dead, the white race. And of course first the white race, because ex-black. America has to become black, and Europe too. And there are so many things hidden in this commercial, it's unbelievable. We only think of money, women are crazy with fashion and glamour. We are distracted with sports and entertainment. And we and this money and this sports entertainment, these are the protocols of science, they are explained. We all should think about what's wrong or right. That's what the warning of the two figures means who have a black and a white face. Maybe you think like, what the hell is he talking about? Then watch it again and you can see two people warning. They have black and white faces. The black and whites of the Freemasons. The good and the bad. The evil and the good. And the white girl represents the whole dumb, innocent, gullible, retarded white race, like Alice in Wonderland. And the man who approaches her is Satan. He seduces the white race. Satan is himself symbolic, but okay, that's not the point now. And will we fall for his charms or come to our senses? And then in this short commercial, we fall for his charms and walk into the trap. And the empty streets, they symbolize that all of us, or most of us, are going to be exterminated. And remember the camps in Russia, and now you know why I showed them, because this has to happen to you too. If I didn't show you these camps, you would go like, yeah, that's interesting. Yes, more to it than I thought. Maybe you should put it on pause and read this and watch this X commercial again. You will learn so much. And also in the video, this commercial of Johnny Depp, a lot is shown. A Dior commercial, also perfume. Well, there are many things in here, but let's just go by just a few things. He drives it to the desert and he sees a bison. This is symbol for Zion. Just because of the name, yes, it's very, very easy to understand, of course. Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it isn't. For example, the comet Eisen of NASA, it's the same thing, also Zion, of course. And he buries his gold because that's what you do when a war is coming. But now it's going to be more than a war. Ebola is coming, nuclear World War III, death camps, many things are planned. And then he cries because it's not nothing, the end of the white race, again. Like also was explained in this commercial of X. And many things are explained also in Gravity Falls. And it's a children's cartoon, yes, but they do this to unburden their karma. So we don't have to understand it. It is what it says in the Kabbalah. That's why it is in the children's cartoon. And in Gravity Falls is explained what's coming, who wants to destroy us, how they're going to do it, what is wrong with the white race, that we can only survive if we work together, that nobody should turn a blind eye on the past. That is in Gravity Falls. Even when horrible things happened, like in Russia. Otherwise we cannot learn from the history and survive. And that nobody should be stubborn. Too stubborn to work together. You should always have goodwill for your fellow man. These are some of the things that are explained in Gravity Falls. And you can see it for yourself.
Stocking meat for the apocalypse, doodle-doo, we're all gonna die. What's with the pacing, kid?
Stocking meat for the apocalypse, we're all gonna die. Well, if it was one thing, yeah, maybe I would agree with the most. They'll say, oh, that means nothing. But it's more.
Man, look, if it makes you feel any better, the apocalypse is coming soon. Bury your gold.
bury your gold. They explain it here. You've been buying gold, right? Because they have planned hyperinflation, like in the Weimar Republic. It's all explained. It's all explained. In these children's cartoons, in these commercials, because then we don't understand it. We cannot take it serious. But their karma is lifted. If you think, oh, that's crazy, well, who cares? You've seen the pictures of Russia. It's all real.
Great stance mind. This should be fun. Remember, reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold. Buy.
Reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. I don't know about these things. But he also says, buy gold. Again. And this is Bill's cipher, the image from the dollar bill. If you take a dollar and you look at it, you can see that on the dollar bill is a triangle, and it goes on a pyramid with the all-seeing eye of Satan. And that's where they derive this figure from, because it's all connected. Buy gold. So the apocalypse is coming, you have to buy gold, it's all in there. And if you still doubt things, why are all these things in the children's cartoon? I mean, they have much more in it. Kennedy, the Mayans, Pyramid of Gizeh, false UFO invasion, advice to buy gold, all these things are in Gravity Falls and much, much more. And now we go to the commercial where they show that Hoover Dam is going to be blown up. Ici Miyaki, lo dice pour on. Well, I'll explain to you what it means. And this is the Hoover Dam, and they're probably gonna blow it up and have just a small piece destroyed, because that's how they show it in this commercial. And there is something in this commercial you probably did not notice. But this is the intro of Gravity Falls. And at this moment, this is how it always goes, Gravity Falls. But then, they are being taken over by evil, by this pyramid figure you saw, this Bill Cipher. And then strange things happen. Like everything is destroyed, because that is the plan for the new world order. The end time. It's all the same. Zion. It's all the same. And what you can see here is that the waterfall doesn't go down anymore like it used to be, like it used to do, but it goes up, because Satanism is all about turning things around, and they symbolize that. It's not really going to happen like that, but this is symbolic. It's symbolized by a waterfall going up inside of down. And when we take a look at this commercial of this perfume, we can see the same thing. The water goes down, normal. It's all normal, but then all of a sudden it starts moving up. Here it moves up. Exactly the same like in Gravity Falls, where Gravity Falls has been taken over by evil. And here is the new man from the new world order. But the new man, I mean, here he looks like heroic or good, but in reality it will be like only black people. I mean, why do you think there's so much mass immigration? Or maybe there will be no people at all anymore, almost more, because he's not coming out on the other side of the waterfall. He's only walking in it. You can see him walking there, but he's not coming out of the waterfall. So the product also has a word game in it. L'Odyssée pour hommes has factual meaning because l'eau means the water in French, and the water in this commercial, it means the perfume, but it also means the water from Hoover Dam, of course. And there's more, because Odyssée means from Odyssée, and l'Odyssée pour hommes means the water from Odyssée for man. That's what it's supposed to mean. But if you take a better look, you see that it's l'Odyssée pour hommes. It's l'Odyssée, you can put it together. L'Odyssée pour hommes, the Odyssey for man. That is the real meaning. They love all these word games. That's what's hidden there. And they did it also for 9/11. Stanley Kubrick, this satanic director, he made 2001 A Space Odyssey. And it was also about the Odyssey for us. And this super boring movie is explained that we were monkeys and we were influenced by this monolith, a symbol for Satan again. Then we became men, we explored space, but then we came in contact with the alien lizards. That's why they made these strange suits. And we lost this fight. And we get extinct. I do show it here in a nutshell, but at the end some people find out what's going on, and this is a symbol for total mankind, and he's laying on the bed and he doesn't have the power anymore to touch the monolith, and he's dying. And then this new race, the aliens, are eyeing Earth like for the new home. That's what 2001 A Space Odyssey is about in a nutshell. And probably understand that it cannot be a coincidence that 2001 was in the title, and this was all about our destruction. They made this movie on purpose, to unburden their karma, to explain things to us. And the Twin Towers were even in 2001 The Space Odyssey seen from the top. And with the Hoover Dam, they put also this strange biblical alien things at the bottom of Hoover Dam, these angels. And the strange thing is that the Bible is full of alien references, like for example Ezekiel. In Ezekiel they talk about a spaceship and aliens coming out that have the look of man. You can look it up, the Bible, Ezekiel, and this is about aliens. And it's here, on the bottom of Hoover Dam. And does it mean that there's an alien aspect? Maybe, probably, because Jesus is also the pole star in reality. It's the only star for us people on Earth that always stays about the same and that guides us. There is no other star than the pole star. It's unique, just like Jesus. Jesus is unique. And at the bottom of the Hoover Dam, they put this star constellation of the Pleiades, and they even named one star the Alcyone. The Alcyone. Why is it there? And why are these strange references of angels or aliens at the bottom of Hoover Dam? Why are there aliens in the Bible even? And even in Hinduism? I think at one point we have to face it. There are two possibilities. We are worldwide controlled by the Hasidic rabbis. That's a fact. And that's it. There's nothing more. All the hidden references to aliens visiting us, being on Earth, all the references to stars and planets are just a game. They're a distraction. A safeguard so people that would find out the truth about Hasidic rabbis were sidelined with the alien theme. That's one possibility. The other is we are worldwide controlled by aliens, and the Hasidic rabbis are the false Jews that work for them. They got the Kabbalah as the holy book, and it states take over the world. And if you share your evil plans for others, even when they don't understand it, your karma is lifted. So that's why all these things are happening. So you have to make a choice between one or two, but in the end, it doesn't matter so much, because either way, there are plans to kill us. And I think we have to face that there probably are aliens. You can put it on pause and read it. Why I think there are aliens. They put in Gravity Falls this infinite symbol, because we live in an infinite universe, they say, in a multiverse, and these aliens, they go from universe to universe, from planet to planet, destroying everything. That's what they say. And the Big Bang Theory isn't real. It was false, and it was made up by the Jesuit order. Again, the Zionist Jews. And on the Hoover Dam, they put the infinity sign, the satanic sign. And they also put the sign of the goat, that also is a symbol for Satan, on the Hoover Dam. And it's not the I love you Satan, or I love you sign for deaf people. It's I love you Satan, here's the goat. Because this is the church of Satan, and they use this symbol. I mean, it all fits. The satanic aliens, don't believe in aliens. Let's forget the aliens. The satanic Hasidic rabbis, they are going to destroy Hoover Dam. It's a real plan. I think these aliens are real after studying it for 5 years. I mean, how long have you studied it? But study it also for 1 year, and then criticize me. And 9/11 was in the Illuminati card game to unburden their karma, yes. But also in the Illuminati card game it says, there is no religion higher than truth. And this is also probably, you can say a Hasidic message, alien message, whatever. But they are saying that we have to start discussing the truth openly and honestly. Especially in the US, because you're the only ones in the world, yes, you are the best people, to back up freedom of speech with guns. I'm very rational. So when I say there are aliens, I base it on rational facts. And we have to stick together. So it's all about the truth and about sticking together. That's what you can derive from all these messages hidden everywhere in the media. These two things. And they say, if you do that, maybe we will let you live. That's what's going on, people. And if you do nothing, then the Hoover Dam will go. It's certain. L'Odyssée pour homme, the Odyssey for man. Just like 2001 A Space Odyssey. If we don't stop it, it's not looking good for us.